Good afternoon, students and viewers. This is Pumadi, Faculty of English, Vidya Lakshmi Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Okay, today we have the topic, the Hollow Crown. And everyone knows about the greatest writer, the playwright, and poet, and dramatist we can just give a lot of names to the person. Okay, William Shakespeare. His works are widely known because his works are translated into a lot of languages. So we can classify his works into many parts: comedy, tragedy, tragicomedy, and history. Okay, we have a lot of historic tragedies. So today, now we are going to have the topic, the Hollow Crown. This is not a drama, it's a soliloquy. It's from the drama or the play, okay, Richard II. It's a soliloquy from the play Richard II. Okay, here he speaks about mortality. Okay, he speaks everything philosophically. He speaks about death. Okay, even though you have everything, when death calls you, you should not say no. You cannot say no, because death will never show partiality, beggar or Bill Gates, okay, a pauper to the rich person. It's not at all. Time comes, you must leave. Okay, so the topic is the Hollow Crown, which is written by William Shakespeare. Even the poet has given the topic Hollow Crown. Crown, a person who just wears it, he'll be looking gigantic. But the word is, hollow. Hollow means deep, but here it's empty. Here he says that, okay, the crown which is empty, which means that even the king, okay, he may be very proud of his achievements. No, 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 no. Life is not a permanent one. Okay, kings will die, queens will die, beggar will die, richest person will die. Okay, because he says that the death which gives a little time to act in your role. Okay, when the time gets over, you must leave, it will take your life. Let's go to the topic. Okay, here we have the brief introduction about William Shakespeare. Okay, he was born in 1564, because nobody knows exact birth year and death year. Okay, an English poet and playwright. Look at the spelling. Playwright is widely regarded as the greatest writer in English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. Okay, in nook and corner of the world, if you go and just learn English, there must be Shakespeare's work. And he has written 39 plays and 154 sonnets, which are very famous, and 2 long narrative poems and a few other verses. His plays have been translated into every major living language. Whatever the language which is, okay, living, which is spoken in this world, okay, in that language, his works must be translated. Okay, he is very, very famous. As well as we cannot call him father of English literature, because he is some other person. Okay. So when we have the poem from the play Richard II, we must know the background story of Richard II. The historical background. The poem is an extract from William Shakespeare's play King Richard II. The play is based on the true events that occurred towards the end of 14th century. Richard II was crowned the king of England in the year 1367. So this story based on the real one, that's about the real king. But he must have used some drama, colorful events, and something he must have added. Then only it will be so good to view. Okay, just let's talk about Richard II. Richard II continued to be the British monarch, ruler, until 1319, nearly 33 years, when he was deposed by his cousin, Henry of Bolingbroke, who crowned himself King Henry IV in the same year. Most of the kings and the queens they would be killed by their own brothers, sisters, or even the sons or the cousins. Okay, so here whose cousin had just chased him away, and he just crowned himself as a king of England. The same year means 1399. And Shakespeare plays a dramatic rendition of the last 2 years of, because this play speaks about only the last 2 years of his kingship. In this brief span of time, he was ousted from his royal position and sent to prison, where he died in captivity. So Henry Bolingbroke just arrested him and he put him in jail, and in jail just he is killed. The following extract is set in the coast of Wales. Coast of Wales, it's in UK. King Richard and some of his followers awaited the arrival of Welsh army after facing defeat at the hands of his cousin Bolingbroke of about 10,000 warriors. But to their shock and surprise, they received the message that the army was not coming to their rescue. His followers tried to boost their king's courage against the news, only in vain. Now let me explain everything clearly. Okay. King Richard II, he was ruling the country, UK. Okay, but his cousin just rebelled it. And what happened actually, his cousin just chased him away. And he collected his army and just he was taking the war against him, he chased him away. What happened? Richard II, just he has gone and he was chased. And just he reached the place of Wales coast. And now he is expecting the help from the nearby country. Okay, Welsh army. But what happened? Bolingbroke and Welsh army, they both have the agreement. Both had the agreement. Okay, they should not help Richard II. So finally, the mess. So they didn't get the help from the neighboring army. The people and the followers who are just nearby the King Richard II, they are making him very comfortable. But he says no, because he has nothing to give or he has nothing to show anything. Here he says, okay, the mortality, even the person who rules the entire world, okay, he can have the end. Nobody says that, okay, I'm the superior and he is the king and I can rule the world. That's not a matter. Okay, death appears, you must move. Okay, so death will destroy everything. Okay, there will be no ego, there will be no superior, there will be no inferior. Okay, he is a boss and he is a employee and he is an employer. That's not nothing. Okay, when the time comes and the death sees, when the death looks at you, then your life ends. Okay, when Richard came face to face with the reality of his terrible fate, he spoke the following verse, famously known as the Hollow Crown. Yes. Now he is speaking, okay, he is using the words negativity. Negativity means, he speaks only the negative ideas, pessimistic ideas, death, mortality, okay, and destruction, and depressed, and despair. And he is using a lot of words which is worms after the death, after death 3 or 4 days. Okay, and next graves, that is the grave can be used for burying the people. Next epitaphs, because which is in England. Okay, the people used to have the habit of the tombstone. It will be just put on the tomb. That is, he is using. And finally he says that you should not treat me as a king. So I am just like you and you just like me. I have the feeling and you have the feeling. I need bread like you. Bread means daily food. You should not mock at me. I am the king and you are the my followers. That is not. That is not. So let's go to the topic. Here. Here he has used the word. Let us talk. And he is calling all the followers. Yes, just in front of him, and the people who are just in front of him, they were just keeping silence, but he is going to talk, and he is calling all the people, let us talk of graves, of worms and epitaphs. So come, we can talk about the death, grave and epitaphs. Make dust our paper. Whatever we have done, the achievements, it will be nothing in front of death. And with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of earth. Okay, so we can write our sorrows only on the bosom. Bosom means a particular land, maybe 6 feet or 7 feet, that is. Let's choose executors and talk of wills. Executors, okay, which means that the people who will be, okay, taking your wills, okay, means documents to a next generation. For example, if a person who dies, okay, so your assets and everything will be just transformed to your sons and daughters. That is the executors. Here what he says, executors. Just let's talk of, okay, our executors and talk of wills. Look at the words, because why I have preferred epitaph, a short piece of, look at this. This is called epitaph. This is called epitaph. Okay, because it will be standing on the grave. Grave means that's a place. So something has written, see, well, never will leave you, okay, never will forsake you. Okay, short piece of writing. This is called a short piece of writing. Okay, rainy eyes, this is metaphor. Rainy eyes, metaphor. And bosom of earth, metaphor. Okay, and executors, persons who put someone's terms of will into effect. That is, okay, these are the glossary. Okay, listen, next, the second 4 lines. And yet not so, for what can we bequeath, say our deposed bodies to the ground. So what we are going to give to the next generation? We have saved only the dead bodies, because we have nothing in our hands. This is called interrogation, because it ends with the question. Yet not so, for what can we bequeath? Because means pass to the next generation. Save our deposed bodies to the ground. Here deposed body means the dead body, but here that is not. The person who is, okay, coming from the position, kingship. Our lands, our lives, and all are Bolingbroke's. But nothing is in our hands. Everything is given to Bolingbroke, because he has captured our place. And nothing can we call our earth but death. We can never call this is mine, that is mine, nothing. But only one thing we can own, that is death. Because death is inevitable. We cannot avoid it. For example, he says that, yes, I have a lot of things. Okay, I have my son, I have my daughter. So my daughter's marriage is going to the next week. So I must be there to see my daughter's marriage. If you say, no, your time gets over, just come. Because before death, everyone is same. Here, save our deposed bodies to the ground. Our lands, our lives, and all. So the country is under the control of Bolingbroke. And nothing can we call our own but death. We can never own anything, but we can own only one thing, that is death. Okay, look at this now. This is called the place. bosom of earth, the barren earth. The next, the forthcoming, okay, stanzas, it can be used. Okay, barren earth, the place, the patch, 6 or 7 feet can be for you. Okay, so even the person who has ruled the world, he can own only the 7 feet. In this poem, he says the same. Bequeath, deposed, removed from the power, decomposed body. Bolingbroke, cousin of King Richard II. Next. And that small modern baron of earth. Look at this now. Small baron. Most probably, why the poet has used the word baron? Most probably the graveyard. In Tamil we can say kalarai. The graveyard, the people don't do the farming. They will never do any farming activities. The lands can be used for only the burying. The dead bodies and other things will be buried in the place. That's why he has used the word barren earth. And that small model of the barren earth, that small model, even though the king has thousands of acres, but he can own only 6 or 7 feet land. The small model of the barren earth, which serves as a paste and a cover to our bones. Yes, that land only covers our body. Here he has used the word as, so we can use it, we can take it as simile, because the word is as. So the feet, the 6 or 7 feet place only can cover our body. Even because in Tamil culture we have the 1 rupee or 5 rupees currency on the forehead of the person. Okay? And what will happen? Even the person who is a funeral director, he will take it and keep it inside the packet. Even the richest person in this world who can never own a single paise. Okay? Which serves as a paste and a cover to our bones. After death, 3 or 4 days, the worms will come. After 1 or 2 years, only bones will be there. After 10 or 15 years, we can never find nothing. We can never find anything. For God's sake, now he says that God has given some time. Okay, maybe 15 years, maybe 20 years, maybe 45 years, maybe 70 years. He has given the time and he has given some characters. We are just acting like toys. For God's sake, let us sit upon the ground. Yes, upon the ground. Ground refers to the earth. And tell sad stories of the death of the kings. Now he says, okay, that king, he was the person who has achieved a lot of things. That just, he says a person, that is, he is. Yes, everyone can be achievers. But how they died? Because they were just the same in front of death. Here he says the sad stories of the kings, how they have been killed. How some have been deposed, some slain in war. Some kings would have been killed in war. Okay, it's not a problem. It may be the gentle, it may be noble. But the kings, okay, who were not killed in the war, they might have been killed by their own, maybe wives, maybe brothers, maybe the sons. It happens. How some have been deposed by some slain in war. Some people would have been killed in war. Some haunted by the ghost. They have deposed. Okay, in one of the Shakespearean story, Macbeth. Okay, Macbeth, he wanted to become the king. Okay, but at the same time, he would be hesitating to kill the king and the people. And his wife just inducing him to kill the king, and she wants him to be the king of particular country. What will happen? After become the king, and so whomever he has killed, they will appear in front of him as a ghost. Because in his stories, we could find a lot of ghost characters. Okay, that's why he says that some haunted by the ghost they have deposed. Some poisoned by their wives. Even their own wives, they might have killed the kings. Some sleeping killed, some people would be killed while they are sleeping. Why I have used the word here, white color, this is anaphora. The word or the phrase, okay, which begins a successive clause, that is called anaphora. The word some, it starts with a successive clause, means complete sentence. So that's why I have used the word anaphora. All murdered for within the hollow crown. So everyone is killed for only one reason, hollow crown. The word itself says that hollow, empty. Even when you take the crown, okay, just the circle only, it has a material. But inside that is a hollow, which means that even the crown is not permanent. Today, that party can rule. Next day, it can be changed. Okay, just to note it down. So the hollow crown rounds the mortal temples of a king. The hollow crown, the people would say that when they are on the power, they will be acting too much. I know, I can just change the world. Everything they will speak. But here, the hollow crown rounds the mortal temples of the king. Mortals. The king can never own the, palace on his own. That is not. It never happens. Keeps death his court. Okay? Death. It makes king, okay, to sit in his court. And there the antic sits. Antic sits means, just like a joker. Okay? Sitting. And it will be just making you a lot of fun. And you will be acting, you will be just doing some good things and bad things. You will be taking the war against some countries. You will be giving, you will be donating a lot of activities. But in front of all the activities, in front of your life, death is sitting just in front of you. It will be watching you. Because the God has given the time. When the time gets over, it will take you. Death his. Because why the word death means? This is personification. Scoffing his state and grinning at his pomp. Pomp. Grinning, smiling. Death would be smiling at you because you may think that I'm the king of this world. No problem. Because have the word here, pomp. A ceremonial display. Ceremony is very grand. So I'm the king of this world. I'm the king of the particular country. I'm the captain of. Okay, good. You are doing a job very well. Because in front of you, who is sitting? Death is. Allowing him a breath. Breath means a short time. It may be 20 years, 15 years, 35 years, 45 years, 90 years. A little scene, yes, dance, no problem. Because this is your time. Okay, you can dance. To monarchs, yes, rule. Okay, that's your time. Be feared. But very often it will come. Okay, it will make you afraid. And kill with the looks. Just when you do too much, it will come to you and say that I am here. Okay, kill with the looks. The entire stanza, personification. Whatever the line, no problem. That rounds the mortal kings of the keeps scoffing, allowing, monarchs, everything, all the words which have the quality of the human beings. So the three lines which have personification. Here we have the glossary. His court, personification. His refers to death. Antic, a joker, a jester, or buffoon. Because these kind of different words. Scoffing. Scoffing means, if you want to scoff somebody, hey, what is this? And making some fun. This is personification. Pomp, ceremonial display. Grinning, smiling wildly. Yes, act, no problem, because your time is on. Okay? Monarchs rule. Yes, hear the word. Infusing him with self and vain conceit. Some people would say that, who am I? if I think I can just break the world, okay, if I think I can change you, so I have enough money in my bank account, I can take you, I will kill you. So a lot of challenges. That is called conceit, self-admiration, self-boasting, but everything will be vain. Infusing him with the self and the vain conceit. Because a king may think that, okay, I'm the king of this country, so I have all the powers. I can change all the people's lifestyle and everything. But the self-admiration and everything will be waste. Because God has given the time to live on this world. Death is waiting for you in front of you, and it is waiting. When the time gets over, it will take you. So in this life, you should not have any ego. You should not have any inferior complex and superior complex. Everyone is same. You must live happily with others. You must treat everyone, because this poem says the same. As if this flesh which walls about our life were brass, impregnable and humoured thus. Flesh. The body is covered with flesh. Walls about our life were brass, impregnable. This is unavoidable. So after death, the person can be, okay, changed material or something like that. And humoured thus, comes at the last and with a little pin. Yes, death comes like a little pin. Okay, it enters, bores through his castle wall. It enters through the castle wall. Okay, even though you are hiding yourself in the room, very secret room, but it will get inside. It will take your life. Bores through his castle wall and a farewell king. Yes, no problem. Just time has come. Come. Just bid adieu. Farewell to the people. That is. Here, infusing, filling. Vain, waste. Conceit, self-admiration. But it has a lot of meanings, but I have taken the decent word, self-admiration and self-boasting. Self-boasting means a person who just praises about himself too much. And brass is a metal. Impregnable, impossible to pass through. Bores through personification, because death can never travel. Because here he has used personification. Personification word is bores. He has personified death as a human being. Next, here he just calls the people and he says that don't act, because I'm standing in front of you as an ordinary person. Here I'm not a king, you are not the followers. Cover your heads and mock not flesh and blood with a solemn reverence. You should not respect me because of my flesh and blood, and with the solemn reverence. You should not respect, because I'm just like you just like me, that's all. Throw away respect. Just who do you want the respect? Because here I'm just like you, because you are the same, and you are standing here, I'm just standing in front of you. What is the only one thing, I was leading you, now I'm just standing in front of you. Tradition, form and ceremonious duty. For you have but mistook me all this while. You have mistaken me. You just treated me as a king when I was in the country, but I'm not a king, you are not my followers. So everyone is same in this crowd. The last three lines, which are very, very important. I live with the bread like you, feel want. Here I refers to the king Richard II. He says, okay, just I live with the bread. Bread means, he has written in English culture. So I need the food like you. What you eat, just I need the same. And feel want. For example, if I beat you, definitely you will feel the pain. The same, I will feel pain. And taste grief, need friends. Taste grief. How can we taste grief? No, that's not. Because I can feel the sorrow and sufferings. like an ordinary human being. And I need friends. Okay, so now you are the followers. I need some friends like you. And subjected thus. So every man must face ups and downs. No one can say that just I'm moving very fast, I'm going only on the lifts. No, no, no. When you're just walking on the steps, you must be very careful. When you're going on the lift, you must be very, very careful. So you should not say that, okay, I'm the superior, I'm the boss, you are my employee. That is not. Death calls, you must go. Subjected means I have some rules and regulations. In this, even life has taught me. How can you say to me, I'm a king? He is asking the question, rhetorical question. Rhetorical question means the answer is yours, depends on the person. So, just like an ordinary person, I have everything. So, very soon I'm going to be arrested, I'm going to be killed, I'm going to be imprisoned. How can you call me a king? He is questioning and he is sending his soliloquy. That's all.